So Simmers, and welcome to class number 6 of the Builders Bootcamp. Today we're going to be diving into stairs. And stairs used to be quite straightforward in The Sims because you could literally grab them and place them, but with the introduction of platforms and quite recently also L-shaped stairs, there is a lot to unravel with stairs. So that's what we're going to do today, so hopefully you will be able to get more creative with placing stairs in your Sims 4 builds. Stairs can also be found in the build menu in The Sims if you go onto the picture onto stairs and ladders. So today we're also going to cover ladders. This is included in the stairs episode. As soon as you click on this, you will see all of the options that you have available in your game. Depending on how many packs you have, this can be only just a few in the base game, or as you can see for me, if you have almost all of the packs, you will see quite a lot. Firstly, I want to dive into the 3 places that you can add stairs. You can either add stairs to a foundation as a step up, you can add them to a platform as a step up, or you can add stairs between 2 different floors in your house. I will show all 3 of them to you. As soon as you grab stairs from the build by menu, you see that there are different swatches again. So this way you can actually scroll through all of the different colors that come with this stairs. As soon as you selected the color that you think you like, you can actually grab it. And as you can see, as soon as we grab it from the build menu, it will give us an entire set of stairs. This is way too high for placing it on a foundation, but luckily the game is quite smart, so as soon as you go near a foundation, it will actually make the stairs smaller. As you can see, we cannot add any stairs on top of the foundation, so we can add them next to it. As you can see, if I move away, it will jump up to be big again. If I actually click, it will be big. If I grab them again, they will become small as soon as I place them. I hear you think, but Rosanna, I don't like the stairs going that way. I actually want to have them, front facing. If you grab them, you can actually use the bracket keys on your keyboard to rotate things in The Sims 4. So if I click that, I can actually rotate the stairs. If you don't want to use the bracket keys on your keyboard and you prefer to use the buttons in the game, you can actually also do this by clicking these 2 buttons right next to it. As you can see, I can place it right next to it, then you will have the stairs and like a little flat area before you actually move on. If you grab them, you can also move them one closer, then the stairs will actually neatly close with the foundation. Placing stairs right next to a platform is basically exactly the same as you would do with a foundation. So you grab a stairs from the catalog, and then you can actually place it right next to the platform. The only downside to platforms in The Sims 4 is that it's quite new and sometimes a little bit buggy. As you just saw, the stairs sort of hopped all over the place. What is usually the solution for this is just placing it and then actually grabbing it again, and then you can move it closer. It's a little bit iffy, it isn't ideal. There are a lot more bugs with platforms that, I wish they would fix at some point, but for now, it's just working with what we have. Then the last option is actually placing stairs between 2 floors in your house. You do this by just grabbing a stair from the catalog, maybe you want a green stair this time, and going into a house where you have 2 floors. Remember, this doesn't have to be a closed off floor, so if your house is just a singular floor and you want to make a roof terrace that they can walk up to with stairs, you can actually build a stairs that goes through the roof and then ends up into, the top of the house that doesn't have walls around it. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't have to be a closed room on the 2nd floor or the 3rd floor or the 4th floor. Also know the Sims will limit you at 4 floors above ground. So you can only build 4 floors above ground. As soon as you place the stairs, you can either, you decide where you want to place them. As soon as you click and let go, that is where they place the stairs. Because I have my walls half down with the thing that you can do here, you see that the walls underneath the stairs actually lower as well. As soon as you put all of your walls up, you can see that these stairs actually have walls underneath them. If we now go to the floor up top, you see a hole in the floor and the stairs come right through it. Sometimes when you're trying to make a good floor plan in The Sims, it's actually more convenient to place the stairs while looking at the top floor of your house. You can actually do this by grabbing the stairs, going onto the floor, like the 2nd floor, and then hold control. As soon as you hold control, you can see it actually jumps down to the floor beneath, and as soon as I place it, it will place on the floor below. So this is a very good pro tip when placing stairs with like a smaller floor plan or a more difficult floor plan. It is very, very useful to sometimes go into the floor above and then actually place the stairs on the floor below. If you don't hold control and you grab the stairs, they will actually place on the floor that you are building on currently. So as you can see, they didn't place on the 1st floor, they placed on the 2nd floor going up to the 3rd. And this is what I meant with you can actually have the stairs go through the roof to a floor that doesn't have walls around it. So in this case, your Sims will be able to walk on the roof of this house. Like I said, some stairs come with walls underneath them. However, not always in your build you actually want to go for, stairs that have walls underneath them. Some stairs come without walls underneath them, so that means you actually have an open space. But it does happen from time to time that you actually want to use these steps, but you want them to be open. If you grab your sledgehammer and you don't click on the stairs, but on the part underneath the stairs, you will actually be able to delete the walls underneath the stairs. This doesn't work on all of them, so there might be cases, and to be fair, I don't know from the top of my head which ones exactly work this way, but there are some cases where if you delete the bottom part of the stairs, the entire stairs will disappear. So just fiddle around, place the stairs, and try to see if you can delete the bottom part. But just know that if you like these steps more than these steps, it is actually possible to delete the bottom part of a stair. As you can see, when stairs placed, they're only one tile wide. You can actually make stairs wider by clicking on them and grabbing either of the arrows on the left or right side. As soon as you grab them, you have to click and drag, so click, hold, and drag. You can actually make the stairs as wide as you want. You can quite literally go nuts. Everything is possible. I very often do this if I want to place stairs like a step up onto the patio. It looks nicer to have them double instead of single tiled. As you might notice, when I click on the stairs, there is actually a second set of arrows, and that is the one in the middle. This is the set that you use if you want to make L-shaped stairs. So let me quickly show you how to do that. If you click on them and then drag, and you can either drag to the right, having the bottom part of the stairs move to the right, or you can drag it to the left, and then it actually goes to the left. So this way we have L-shaped stairs that go to the left. That is step number 1, because you can do actually way more in stair customization, but this is the first step that you need to know. As soon as you've done this, a second arrow and a third arrow appear. This second arrow actually allows you to change the height of the bottom and the top part of the stairs. So if you grab this and you drag it up, actually the bottom part becomes taller and the top part becomes shorter. If you drag it down again, the top part becomes taller and the bottom part becomes shorter again. If you drag this all the way down, you actually make the stairs straight again, if you want that. When it comes to the third arrow, this is actually where it gets a little bit complicated. As I said, you have a taller part of the stairs and a shorter part of the stairs. This arrow controls the bottom part of the stairs. So not the short or the tall one, just the bottom part. So we can wrap it around, so we get U-shaped stairs. We can wrap it back to get L-shaped stairs again. But then if we move this up and it's like this is the tall part, you see that this arrow also moves down to the tall part. So this primary arrow that we used for the first time when creating L-shaped stairs actually controls the largest or the tallest part of the stairs. This one controls the bottom of the stairs. In this case, both of these arrows control the same part of the stairs, but they actually do something different. I want to show this to you guys because that's simply the easiest way of explaining it. If you grab this bottom one, you can actually control the entire part of the bottom part of the stairs. Whether that's a short part of the stairs, doesn't matter. You can control it. Or if it's the long part of the stairs, if we make it like that, and that's the long part, you can control the entire section. This thing, and that is why the square is also there, creates sort of like the platform in the middle. So as soon as we drag this to a corner, it adds a second part or like a second platform within the stairs. As you can see, it can have a maximum of 2. So now also that one arrow that we started with it has disappeared. We don't see it anymore. We can still rotate this so we can go back to an L shape, and then this arrow appears again because we can add another step up again, or like another platform. I don't know what that part of the stairs is called, to be honest. English is not my native language. And we can rotate this again, like if it were possible, the stairs would actually be able to wrap around itself. But unfortunately with the stairs that we have now, that's not possible because we are not building on the tallest wall height. If you are building on the tallest wall height and your stairs are way longer, you can actually do even more. You can customize even more. I can imagine this all sounds a little bit complicated and you're like, okay, I think I get it, but I don't really get it. Just open your game, place 5 sets of stairs and start to play around with it. Start to try and make an L shape. Start to try and make a U shape. See if you can actually add 2 platforms to 1 set of stairs. It is something that, even though I've done it a million times, stairs are still a struggle for me as well. Simply because it's also not the most, intuitive system in The Sims. So dragging arrows and then sometimes it jumps up or jumps down and it can be a little bit confusing. One of my biggest tips for making custom stairs in The Sims would be place your stairs outside of your house, make the stairway look good outside of your build, and then put it in. Because trying to do stairs that rotate or like this have like a double platform within your build, it's going to constantly say that it cannot do it because walls are obstructing it or because there's an object in the way. So just do it outside of your house and then place it in. This does require a little bit of planning and layout changes if necessary, but it is way quicker than trying to make your stairs in your house. As you might think, these stairs right now look kind of dangerous because they don't have any railings. It is actually possible to add railings in The Sims to your stairs. You can do this if you go to the build menu and you have the stairs. Right next to it, we have stair railings. These railings should match all of the fences that we also have right here. I will do another episode on fencing, but they should match. So you should be able to select a railing that goes with the fencing that you might have used on your porch or maybe like on the hallway upstairs. There should be matching ones. If you grab this, you can actually add it to the stairs. Just, hover over the stairs and click. Good to know you can only add railings on both sides of the stairs. This is really annoying because in some cases it just doesn't make sense to have railings on both sides. But unfortunately, The Sims 3 was able to do that. You could actually add railings to one side of the stairs. In The Sims 4, that is not possible. I already said this in the episodes about flooring and walls, but I want to say it again, and that is that you cannot place stairs on a diagonal. This is kind of sad actually because it would unlock a lot of creativity in The Sims, but I will show you quickly. If you have stairs, you will not be able to rotate them in a way that they actually go on a diagonal. The game will not even allow you to place them. Just keep this in mind when you're building. If you want to make a diagonal porch or anything, you will not be able to add stairs to it. You will have to make sure that there is a portion of the build that actually has a straight part where you can add the stairs. If you're in the stair menu, you actually see a second tab, which is called ladders. Since a couple of updates ago, I think with Eco Living, they added ladders to The Sims. As you can see, I have 2 sets because I also own the pack, but every base game owner should also have 1 set of ladders. As soon as you grab a ladder, you need to keep in mind that you cannot place a ladder in nothingness. It actually has to connect to something that the sim can get off the ladder. So as you can see on top of the ladder, we have 3 little arrows. Those indicate the places that a sim can actually get off the ladder. So we can place it on the outside, and this way a sim can actually get off the ladder in front. We can place it on the inside of the build like this, and that way the sim can actually get off on all of the sides of the ladder. Good to know is that you can actually place fencing around the ladder if you want to, make it realistic and keep your sims safe. They cannot actually fall down the ladder, but, I like to add fencing around it. You have to keep one of the sides of the arrows free. So either this one, or this one has to stay free for the sim to be able to leave the ladder. Otherwise, they will not even go up it, and they'll just say that they cannot go to the place that you selected that they needed to walk to. These ladders cannot be used in pools. Pools have different ladders, and I will cover that in the episode about pools. And then there's one last thing that I want to show you guys on stairs, and that is actually making custom stairs with platforms. So I'm going to show you this. We're going to grab a couple of platforms. Make sure not to place them together, because if you place them together, it will start to consider it as one block, and we don't want that just yet. So for now, just place separate platforms like this, and then we're going to make custom stairs. So your sims can only step up a platform without a set of stairs if it's one step up high. So right now, all of these platforms are 1 level high. As soon as I select it and click this arrow, it will be 2 levels high. So now your sim cannot actually step up on this anymore. But if there is one next to it that is 1 high and this is 2, now your sim can go from 0 to 1 to 2. So that means that if we make this 1, 2, 3, and we actually move it and connect it, then you can see that it starts to create a custom stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can move it and we can add it to this as well. Right now, this kind of looks ugly because, it's a square and it's not made to look good. But you can start to fiddle around with this and actually, make it smaller. So, like that. And that way you actually have a custom set of stairs. This is quite nice in modern builds where you might want to do, an entryway that has very long, slow rising stairs. This is the way to do it with platforms. Your sims will be able to walk up this just fine, and you can actually paint the sides of the stairs with the platform trim. to actually give it, you know, a nice stony vibe or something. You can also add flooring on top of this to make your entire custom set of stairs. Thank you so much for attending this class again. If you have any suggestions, comments, tips, anything else, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss an episode of your Builders Bootcamp, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye!